What is down, my friends? Not what is up. I'm just kidding. What is up? Welcome back, or welcome for the first time. This is Louis Ryan Diaz. I'm the guy that's going to help you launch, distribute, monetize, and scale your podcast. So today we have a short episode. This was in request from a Facebook post that I had posted last week, and I said, and I quote myself here. Let's see. Whoops, that's the wrong one. So I'm always writing stuff on Facebook. So if you aren't following me there, just go to facebook.com/Louis Ryan and then the number 4. Louis Ryan and then number 4. Louis, my first name, Ryan's middle name, 4 is my favorite number, just so you know. But anyways, I put a post that said, want to be on my podcast, do these two things. Number 1, leave a tip for people looking to start one. You'll get mentioned and your advice will be shared. So that's what we're doing today. And then 2, share the podcast when it's out, because I'm going to post it below. So what I did was enroll people into the podcast and ask them for their feedback. So I'm crowdsourcing content. Now, some of this content is amazing. Some of it is good. And some of it you may not find helpful. However, I'm going to honor my commitment to these people and shout them out. I'm going to say their name best I can. And first and last. And share their advice and maybe add some commentary there as well. So first of all, Johanna, she was going to post something and then she never did. She said, where can we post it? So Joanna, if you're hearing this right now, please post it so I can shout it out on another episode. But the first piece of advice for new podcasters is, and I agree with this, number 1, from Julian Sage Mayada. Number 1, know who you're trying to reach. And number 2, don't be afraid to start or hear the words no. And I don't know who told Julian no, but definitely agree with that. Definitely agree with number 1 as well. Know who you're trying to reach. For me, it's one of the reasons why we do such an in-depth blueprint call, because we need to figure out who, where, what's going on in their head psychologically, what is up with these people and why are you trying to reach them and why does it make sense for them to listen to you? So that's an ever evolving process, but it's something you got to continually challenge yourself and know. So that's from Julian. Thank you, Julian. Next comes from Rick James Junkins. Yeah, keep it like that. Junkins. All right, cool. So Rick James. Number 1, so he hadn't started his podcast yet, but the number 1 piece of advice he got or has received was, don't be afraid to be myself and don't be afraid to be different. I agree with those. Definitely, you need to be different in today's world in podcasting. You have to be, or else you're going to get killed, or you're just not going to grow, whichever one gets you first. So hugely important there. Don't be afraid to be yourself. Of course, yeah, be authentic. Like you see me here, I stutter, I use the wrong words, it's not the right English, I say way too much, and I could spend a lot of time cleaning it up and having my editors take care of all that stuff, but at the end of the day, guys, I'm not here to be perfect. I'm here to get you off the sidelines and into podcasting, right? So don't be afraid to be yourself. I would say you have to be different nowadays. This is not 2012. You've got to be different. You've got to be a little off the freaking wall. And Andy, please put some crazy music right now. Okay, thank you. So that was my editor. He's awesome. Anyways, Rick James, thank you. Good luck on your podcast, my friend. And thanks for sharing. Next is Morgan Christian. Morgan Christian has a podcast. And he does his own editing, and here's what he says as a tip for everyone listening who hasn't started yet. So if you can't afford an editor, use Auphonic.com. That's spelled AUPHONIC. Auphonic.com does amazing stuff for amateurs like us, levels, noises, hum reduction, and brings the master volume to the correct 16 LUFS. If you don't know what that is, I recommend going back and go to listen to the feed, and you'll learn what LUFS are. The feed podcast, talk about that a little bit. But it's an AI-driven algorithm service that you buy hourly block increments. Lost my editor early on, and that thing has saved my butt. So definitely agree with you. Auphonic is a great starter tool. I personally don't use it, but I've heard some great things about it. I think I tried to use it, and for me, it was a little complicated. I use Audacity and GarageBand when I was editing or whenever I need to edit something. So super good equipment, though, from what I've heard. Like, don't listen to my word. Just, go ahead and try it yourself. Auphonic.com. And Morgan, thank you for sharing, my friend. So that's it. Let's recap them really quick. That way we can make sure it's concise and you know what to do. Number one, know who you're trying to reach from Julian. And number two from Julian, don't be afraid to hear the words no. I guess that means maybe when you're pitching someone or a number of other things. That's from Julian. From Rick James, don't be afraid to be yourself and don't be afraid to be different. I'd say you have to be different or else you're going to get killed. And then Morgan Christian, use Auphonic if you're an amateur, if you want to save money, if that's something you want to spend time doing, the editing, I think, yeah, you could do it, definitely. Totally up to you. That's how I started, so no harm in that. Other than that, thank you very much. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Short one, kind of like an in-between episode. Be sure to stick around for the next episode, and I'll see you later. Peace out. Hey, and don't forget, I have a number of free bonuses for you. Yes, these are free templates, guides, and stuff that I've actually included in my recent book, How to Get Your First 100,000 Downloads in 100 Days. But you don't even have to buy the book. I'm just going to give this to you for free. All you have to do is go to LuisRyan, LuisRyan.com/book. There is a simple form where you fill out your name and your email, and you get a ton of free stuff, all the templates and guides that I included in the book, but you don't have to buy the book. So you're saving yourself a chunk of money that literally will take you probably less than 2 minutes to accomplish or perform. So enjoy that. That's my gift to you. Use it. Don't just let it fall by the wayside, and I'll see you on the next episode.